This Sunday, apparently, there's a big football game. The L.A. Rams will take on the New England Patriots in Super Bowl. As you can see right there, 53.
This will be, yes, the Patriots' 11th Super Bowl. They're used to this. So what does team owner Bob Kraft think about their chances?
He's definitely doing something right, isn't he? Brian Kilmeade is back with that special guest. Good morning, Brian and Mr. Kraft.
And Mr. Kraft's got his Dunkin' Donuts coffee to start the day. The Patriots run on Dunkin'.
He's a smart guy. They're a sponsor.
No, but I like it. It gets me going. I'll put it if it's uncomfortable.
No, hey, it's good for a sponsorship. I think they just renewed. Bob Kraft, he was a fan for 23 years, season ticket holder, and now he has bought this team for $175 million. It's worth a lot more. They weren't winning much. They win all the time now. 5 Super Bowl victories, 9 conference titles, 18 division titles, and best of all, you're a fan first, right, Bob?
Oh, and I pinch myself all the time that I have the privilege of owning my hometown team. And I love having the responsibility of managing it. And when you do a great job, if you do a good job, you do a great job for your community.
Yeah, absolutely. And one thing that the NFL commissioner brought up at his conference on Thursday is that one thing about Bob Kraft is that, people just think about what he does for the Patriots. You don't understand what he does for the league. So when you're not pulling for the Patriots, you're in all these committees trying to make the game better, trying to make other franchises better.
Well, it started 25 years ago when I bought the team, and I paid 50% more than I thought I would, and I had a lot of debt, and I wanted to make sure things went well, and so I try to weigh in. And we're not sellers, so when you're not sellers, you think long-term, and you want to make sure the organizations you're involved with, just like Fox,
right,
is thinking strategically and not short-term profits.
Absolutely. Before we talked, he goes, yeah, I buy stuff. I don't really sell stuff, and I wouldn't sell the Patriots now. So here you are, third straight Super Bowl. You had that dramatic comeback against the Falcons, and you don't want to bring that up on the streets because there's a lot of Falcons fans here.
But it's good for CBS because people are passionately rooting against us.
Yeah, they are.
So it's good for the ratings.
You don't mind that. And then
no, it's great.
Last year, the dramatic loss to the Eagles. This year, you're going against the Rams. They've never been here before. What's your mindset going in? The only thing I can guarantee, it's going to be close. What is your mind? What is the mindset of the team going in?
Well, I think about what it was like 17 years ago to the day on Sunday, February 3rd. We were the largest underdogs in the history of the Super Bowl.
Taking on the St. Louis Rams.
We're taking on the exact same franchise. And, no one gave us a chance, and it came through. So I never take it for granted. The good news is when you practice well, at least you're in a position that you have a good chance. And I think we've had a good week of practice. The guys are really serious. They know how unique this opportunity is. And after we went the first time in '96, I was thinking it might never happen again in my lifetime. So we better take advantage and enjoy every moment of it.
So after the game, Tom Brady felt as though he had something to prove. I don't know. He does this to himself all the time.
After which game?
After your conference championship victory. He looked at Hogan, and Hogan looked at him and said, "You're too old," and he said, "You're too slow." There's something about your team where even though you keep winning, you keep on thinking it's the Patriots against the world. You still have that underdog mentality.
Yeah, and a lot of it was before the season started. We had a lot of your friends in the media making commentary on the end was here.
Because there was rumors that Brady was going to retire. How close was that? How real was that?
Well, the good news is we're going to the Super Bowl. And
so it was real?
No. I don't think there's anything other than his family that turns Tom Brady on, like playing football. And I know that he wants to do it as long as he can.
Right. How close were you? What role did you play in the trading of Garofalo, this young upstart, heir apparent, over to San Francisco? And how much did that mean to Tom Brady that you did it, that they was traded?
Let me just say this. I have probably one of the best football minds handling personnel in the 99-year history of the league. So we consult on a lot of things, but my coach has the final say.
Okay. And this league had a great year. Your ratings are up 5%. The interest in the playoffs, 51 million, I think, watched your game, the conference game. You care about the league, as you just mentioned. How much does the no longer the kneeling situation have to do with the league surge, do you think?
Well, I think there's a whole number of factors. I think a lot of people, and we've seen it with the government shutdown, people living paycheck to paycheck don't have a lot of savings. And they're looking to connect to something that allows them to escape from their daily travails. And, you know, I think the NFL being a sport once a week, if you have people that your community can identify with, and you know what we do out in the community, how we connect with our fans, I'm pretty proud of our guys, and I think we've tried to bring pride to our community over the last 25 years. When you think about it, we came down here last Sunday. We had 35,000 people come to our stadium, which was more than our average attendance when I used to sit in the stands.
Right.
And they came for a 20-minute block, and they started lining up at 2:30 in the morning. And you know how cold it is up north. So
because fundamentally you're a fan. Right after you won, the President of the United States tweeted out, "Congratulations, Patriots, and Bill Belichick and Tom Brady." Clearly he's pulling for you guys. What does that feel like?
Well, we can use every fan who wants to support us from wherever they are in their standard of life. I'll tell you, this year and last year we started the largest homeless shelter in Boston. We've done a video for them, and we sponsor a big brunch for them so they all can come in, and it's very well attended. So we love all fans.
Right. Have you had a chance to speak to the president? Because I know you guys are social friends. Never did business together, but you're social friends. Have you spoken to him before? Did he give you any advice?
Well, I have a lot of people who give me advice, and he's been very supportive, and I know he's working very hard to serve the best interests of the country.
Right. Will you watch his interview before? I think he speaks to CBS before. Do you watch are you going to watch this year?
I don't know where we'll be or what time it is. Is it on Fox News?
CBS? No, not on Fox. I think CBS is going to cover it.
Then.
Yeah, the other thing you brought up, too, is the guy who runs our company, Rupert Murdoch. You said from your level on the success you've had, you really relate to him well.
Well, he's one of the most outstanding human beings on the planet. You know, to think of a man who came from Australia, went to the UK, did what he did, had the impact on the election process there with the newspapers and the media and Sky, came to America, started Fox the same time we came into the NFL 25 years together. He changed the NFL the way the other networks had to cover us, and he really helped upgrade, and I think he and his family, you know, are amazing entrepreneurs on a global basis, and I love that he's still active and dynamic and trying to do great things.
Could I say I fully back that endorsement, and you've never been more right? Listen, finally.
Well, I know your objectives. So.
Right. Now,
when's your contract up?
Oh, it's this next year. Thank you. Bob, you can do the best you can. You can do that. Lastly, real quick, your prediction on this game.
Well,
I know what you want, but what do you think?
Well, I really hope and believe good things will happen, but no one knows.
Right.
Think of 17 years ago. 18 years ago.
The upset right after 9/11 in New Orleans, the big win over the Rams, the greatest show on turf, went down to a young Tom Brady and a young owner in Bob Kraft. Mr. Kraft, thanks so much. I got to go back to the diner now.
All right, get some crispy home fries.
Absolutely.
With your white egg on.
Delicious.
You got it. Absolutely. Good luck on it. Good luck on the game. Back to you guys.
Okay. Thank you, Brian. Thank you, Mr. Kraft.